welcome to this edition of Morning Market Call. I'm your host, Mason Chen, and today we have with us Casey Green, who is the president of the Supply Chain Club here at BYU. Thanks for coming on, Casey.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah. So maybe you can explain for our viewers, what is supply chain? Is it like importing products from overseas or
Yeah, a number of people have different ideas of which part supply chain is. It's not just logistics, it's not just warehousing. It covers the entire upstream, middle of the stream, and downstream process, the value stream.
So essentially anything involved with getting a product to market or to the retail space or to their end user. Yeah,
it's cradle to grave, so it's producing the product and then getting it all the way to the end of the product, as well as any value enhancements in the middle of it.
Okay, great. And so you're a supply chain major. I understand you did your internship at was it National Suppliers?
Yeah, Savage.
Savage Suppliers. Just give me a little bit of a flavor for what you did this summer.
Yeah, they're a supply chain services company. They handle a lot of different areas of the supply chain, but this summer I was able to work with the oil and gas company, one of their customers, and do a consulting project for them, looking from them getting oil out of the ground all the way to sending it to their end supplier, finding inefficiencies and finding out where they can find cost savings. And yeah, it was a great experience.
So ultimately gas gets to us a little bit cheaper then.
That's the hope.
Okay, that's great. Well, I also understand that you've been involved in a few competitions in the supply chain area.
Yeah.
Maybe you can tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, so we just got back from a case competition last Sunday. It was a 5-day journey for us to Bentonville, Arkansas.
Oh, okay.
And it was the Sam Walton Logistics International Logistics Case Competition.
Yeah. So for those of you who don't know who Sam Walton is, he's the founder of Walmart, and he's kind of famous around Bentonville, Arkansas.
Yeah.
And the rest of the world. But
well, there was 12 teams invited for it. So BYU 5 years ago had a strong enough supply chain presence to be able to get involved, and from there we've actually placed now 3 of the 5 years we've gone, so been done really well there.
Okay, and how did you guys do this time?
This year we made it to the finals and we placed as well. We ended up taking 3rd place. We were told we had the most innovative idea for sure.
Okay.
It may have been a little more difficult to implement it, however.
Okay, so maybe a little bit more risky than they were hoping for. Okay, that's great. Yeah. So as an MBA student, you know, you've been involved in this this case competition.
Yeah.
Why do you participate in these, or why do you get involved in them?
Yeah, this is my 2nd year doing it, and the greatest value for me is being able to practice real-world situations. Both of these situations have the customers, the people that want to understand the solutions to this are real live cases, and they're giving us their solutions. They want to know how to fix it. We get a chance to think outside of the box, work as a team just like we would in the real world, and be able to present a solution to some people who actually value what we're providing to them.
Yeah, that sounds like really valuable experience, kind of out of the classroom, and really gets you. Yeah, really solidify some of that classroom learning. It
was actually very valuable for my internship this summer because that's exactly what I did.
Oh,
we had a real world problem. We had to come up with a solution, and then at the end of the internship, present it to our customers.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah. You know, I also hear that you've been involved in some other competitions, or you have some other competitions brewing. Can you maybe tell us a little bit about those?
Yeah, so I really do value the case competitions. I think it's very valuable for all students involved. And we got involved in a social entrepreneurship case competition last year. It's actually the first case competition sponsored by BYU in the Tanner Building in the history.
So people from other schools around the country are going to be coming here to BYU. And
yeah, last year we had 4 different schools. We had University of Washington, Michigan, and then George Washington, as well as a BYU team represented.
Okay, wow.
This next year we hope to get 8 schools involved.
Well, that sounds like it'll be a great opportunity.
Yeah.
And when will that be?
That'll be the end of March this year, and it's also going to be held in conjunction with the TEDx conference, which is a big event here on BYU, held for the first time last year as well. So it's a really great opportunity for anyone involved or anyone interested in social entrepreneurship to spend an entire weekend getting really involved, meeting people, listening to issues, and discussing them together.
So there you guys have it. Sounds like there's some great opportunities coming down the pike, especially in the case competition area. You have Casey Green. Thank you so much for coming and joining us, and thank you for tuning in. You can find us on the web at www.morningmarketcall.org or on Facebook and Twitter. Thanks.
MMC is brought to you by the Marriott School of Management in association with the Brigham Young University Department of Communications. MMC is made possible by a generous donation from Larry Tasjan and Gary Williams, and is produced by Rhett Weller, Todd Castagna, Mason Chin, Joel Toby, and Sabrina Beck, with line producing by Beth and Brian Grimmett. For more information, find us on Twitter or at morningmarketcall.org.